Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my top build for Keith Lee. I'm actually going to show you a few different ways you can run this because there's a lot of different ways you could potentially run this. I've had several people DM me about this, wanting to see certain things, comment on videos, wanting to see certain things. This is probably like my twist on those versions. Every one is going to feature an MP down coach. Doesn't matter which one. Let's put the first loadout on though. Any of these that reduce your MP by 1, because most people in feud that I go against start loaded but barely loaded, so you would avoid 99 MP people for this. To give you a good indicator, Otis is somebody that's loaded on the road. So it just barely, right? So this does the same sort of thing. Anyway, the moveset, Pounce, 10 MP, red. Sorry, deal 115k damage and increase the damage of all your gems 300% 3 turns. Running Hurricane Rana, this is 58k damage, choose 4 gems to make into 2-turn countdown gems. That will make 8 random gems into red gems. And the release Flapjack, deal 36k damage and decrease your countdown gem timers by 2. It's 6 MP. Entourage for this one is Woods and Dom, so we start loaded in feud. Cena for 1 more countdown. That way we're going to make 40 and then reduce their MP by 1. Now, instead of Cena, you can do matchy match NWO Hogan. It makes recycling a lot easier. And then speaking of recycling, we're going to put this plate when you break 4 reds, the ultimate real American. Generate 10 random blue gems. There's no guarantee generating 10 randoms you're going to get 6. So I will show you this with Cena on, so we're making 40 red gems, and without an NWO Hogan, so we're making 32. Z-Plate is nice, because you end up getting 2 procs, and you only need 4 countdown gems. Cora Jade Plate won't work, and because you need 6 without giving up a trainer slot. Theoretically, you could do middle line and get the Judgment Day to go off and the Cora Jade Plate. However, recycling would be super duper hard. So I don't really look at that as very realistic to Judgment Day it. So this is more realistic. Like I said, we'll run a few here, a little more talking than normal. This is only a 20% strap. So yeah, let's check this out. You can also run Eternal Vigilance, which I'll do in a later one when we have a bigger strap, because you can afford more consistency and lose some damage. The 20% strap, though, really actually kind of needs the Z-Plate, for sure, to get the most out of the damage. So you can see instead of being loaded like you normally would, Otis is 1 short. So you would target these specific people in feud, throw your countdowns out, reduce the timer, blow up the board, and hopefully get 2-3 blue matches. This is perfect. We don't. This is the problem with that build. If we had Hogan, okay, we'd be good. This is the one hole in the build, as if that doesn't connect. Usually it connects, but it is a hole in the build. Without NW Hogan, we have to get 2 blue matches, so yeah. And majestically, we have no blues on the board. That's awesome. Very excited about that. So I'm glad this happened, because this will show you what happens when things go wrong. Because stuff can go wrong, and you'll also see when things go right, and it hits really hard. Now we only have 1 stack of the Z-Plate, so it's not going to look as good as it could either, but it's fine. With 100% strap, you can be much more consistent. Alright, so of course we got the blues there and recycled. We could hit for 24 million reduced to 21. So that would be 42 million at gold, and the first time we hit for like 6 mil, so that'd be 12 million. So like 54-ish mil with a 20% strap is pretty good. Obviously stuff can go wrong. NWO Hogan, let's try that. Actually, let's try this once more and see how this goes. See if we get the blue match. I'm going to run a few of them. This will be a little bit longer top build than normal, but I think it's worth it. So you guys get an idea of potential issues with this. I could cherry pick and he'd look amazing like all the time, and everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, Keith Lee for sure, for sure." But he is a very strong choice, very strong candidate. Here you can see we easily recycled 6 million, 6.5 reduced to 5.5. That would be 13 mil. And now we're going to have 2 procs of the Z plate, and this should be much, much better damage than we saw the first time around. So this is like ideal. Boom. 2 procs of the Z plate. We got the buff out. We're blowing up the board. Wham bam. Gonna get some blues too, a little bit. So 27 million. So that would be 54 on top of the 13. 67 million with a 20% strap total. Not too shabby. Again, you could use NW Hogan, so you only need 1 blue 3 match. So what if you have 100% strap and Bubba? This makes it a lot more consistent to change this out. So I'll run a few with this because it's fast, and I'd like to show people, give you a good idea of what you can expect. So if you have the Eternal Vigilance, that gives you 3 blue MP. And then, of course, we're going to put the Real American Ultimate on. So when you break 3 red, get 3 blue MP if you didn't know. We're going to go back to this Ultimate. You could still run the Z plate here. Absolutely. And we're not going to use Cena because we have Bianca. So this is just different setups. It still allows us to use the MP reduction. Of course, if you know they're not loaded, then you could put NWO Hogan on for the recycling instead of the MP reduction, but that's not really realistic for me. I almost never fight anyone that's not loaded. Maybe you do. Okay. So we switched up, we're going to switch up the trainers too, to Bubba. So he adds 2 blue MP and 50% red gem damage, which is great. And Zianka adds 3 more reds to the countdown gems, so these 4 will do 44. As long as we have 5 on the board, we're always going to have a board full of reds. And then, like I said, Eternal Vigilance means we only need 1 blue 3 match to recycle. Much more consistent, much more realistic. And with the 100% strap, you can afford to lose some damage with the Z plate, because the Z plate basically is replacing the 100% strap, and this just makes it more consistent. So 7.3 million, that would be 14.6 if you're scoring at home. Boom. Boom. Doesn't matter where you put the countdowns. $23 million for 46, and you can see we only got 3 and just recycled. So 46 and 17, 50, like 63 million. I'll run it one more time. That'll give you like 4 chances to see if how much he recycles. I think the Eternal Vigilance is key if you're not a gambler. Otherwise, obviously, Z-Plate, maybe I'll try Z-Plate with this build. With another 100% is going to hit very, very hard if you're a gambler. Oops. Got our recycle. Again, 14 mil at gold that would be. And we're going to double that up with this. I really like this build set. Focus Powerhouse basically has, I think, just basically Rizar that I like. This would be solid for boss battle too. You get recycle. The buff lasts 3 turns on the 300%er, so it would keep growing. So I think it has boss battle potential too. So that's 31 million. So that would be 62 plus, what was it, 14? So 76 mil. Recycled all 4 of those with that setup. Like I said, it's much more consistent. You know what? I'll do one more and give you 6. chances to see if he recycles. So see if we miss out a 6. Because I really, one thing that's super important to me with feud builds is consistency. And this is very much more consistent than the first build. I'm also super interested to see what people are going to think about this. I am very interested in Keith Lee right now. Easy recycle, 8.3 million. That would be 16.6 at gold. Let's juice it up. 300% buff. Gameplay loop is really simple. I like that. Just recycled there too. So there you guys go. Like about 70 million-ish on average between the two cycles with that build. Again, this second one does not have the Z plate. It has the Eternal Vigilance. Whenever you break 3 or more red gems, get 3 blue MP. Z plate would hit even harder though. Core Jade plate needs 6 if you were thinking about that. You could do a variation on that, but recycling is very, very difficult. But that obviously hits super duper hard. And you would need a middle lane because to get it off in feud. So that's why I didn't feature it, because it's just middle lane and recycling isn't consistent. And this seems to hit very, very hard. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Also, thanks to the multiple people that DM me to get me to play Keith Lee with your ideas and stuff. Really appreciate it. You helped a bunch for this build. So thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there. I'm seriously considering him because I like him for boss battle. And focus powerhouse other than Rizar. I don't know. I like Rizar for boss battle too. I'm impressed. He definitely was impressive. So.